Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Let's go live on Instagram. Y'all, if y'all can hear me, drop those hearts in the chat if you can hear me. Drop those hearts in the chat for a mom that could use some extra love today, y'all, while we wait for Instagram to connect. All right, we live on Instagram. All right, y'all. Drop those hearts in the chat because tonight is different, y'all. Not because it's another interview, but because y'all are about to understand where I come from. You see, a lot of people know me from credit repair, business, success, the social media platforms, the growth. But what you don't see is the woman who carried all of us before any of this existed. And as you listen tonight, I need y'all to stop comparing your struggle and start recognizing your strength. Because, see, some of y'all only know the polished version of people. You don't know what survival actually looked like behind closed doors. You don't know what it feels like to raise children while grieving, to live in overdrive, to hold everybody together while you're falling apart, to work multiple jobs just to survive. And tonight, I want y'all to really hear what resilience sounds like. And this is exactly why Mothers It's Your Turn was created. And we now have over 6,000 mothers who say yes. And the reason why so many of you are connecting to this is because you finally feel seen. Not because life has been easy, but because you have been surviving things that no one even knows about. So, before I bring her in, I want to ask y'all something. How many mothers are in here right now feeling like you spent so much time surviving that you forgot what it feels like to actually live? Drop me in the comments right now because this is real talk. I see y'all, and this is why tonight matters. So, tonight, I'm not bringing on an influencer, I'm not bringing on an entrepreneur, I'm bringing on the woman who showed me what strength looked like before I even understood it. A woman who became a mother young, a woman whose dreams changed overnight, a woman who raised 5 children, worked 3 jobs, buried the people that she loved, lived in survival mode, and still found a way to keep going. I'm telling y'all, she taught me what resilience looks like before I even knew what the word meant. And through it all, God kept her. So, y'all, drop those hearts in the chat for my mother, Yolanda. Welcome in, girl. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I am great.
Go ahead and introduce yourself for the people that's watching, the people who want to know where I came from, the woman that birthed me. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Yolanda. I am Jasmine's mother. Not only Jasmine, I am the mother of 5 beautiful children. I reside right here in the Low Country. You probably seen me from time to time supporting Jasmine from various events. So I am just happy to be here to share my story, very transparent. I am just so happy.
Period.
Period.
Before we get started, one, I want to say thank you because I know parts of this story is painful and I do not take that lightly. Like I told all the moms, but for you, you do not have to sound perfect tonight. Just walk us through the way that you lived it. So, when you look at the moment when you were a young girl full of dreams, wanting to join the army, what would you say to her today?
I would tell her, thanks for not quitting prematurely.
Mm,
I would let her know, just thank you, for holding on to the very things that tried to break you.
mm.
Um, just thank you. Because if I had given up, I would not be able to reap, the seeds that I have planted. So I just want to tell her thank you.
Wow. And I know that question is different because so many women are watching this right now where they had dreams before survival interrupted them, dreams before motherhood, dreams before heartbreak, dreams before the responsibilities took over. And sometimes life changes so fast, you don't even get time to grieve the version of you who you thought you were going to become. And a lot of mothers stopped dreaming because they didn't know how to maneuver. So the next thing I want to ask you about is you spoke about entering survival mode after your dreams changed overnight. What does survival mode actually look like for you mentally and emotionally?
Um, Mentally, I was tired.
Mm,
I was drained. I was carrying heavy burdens by producing silent tears.
mm,
Um, while my kids, if um, for my kids, they thought life was perfect. While they're sleeping, I'm trying to figure out what's next.
mm,
Um, some nights I've cried all night, wake up in the morning, it's like, okay, you gotta go. You got to go. So it's just, some nights I've walked all night. I can remember, working the three jobs, you know, doing what I had to do because at the end of the day, you know, my kids wasn't supposed to carry my burdens.
mm. Wow.
So that's what survival
Mm.
meant
And
to
I
me
need
emotionally and physically.
mm. And I need every mother listening to hear that part because survival mode doesn't always look dramatic at all. Sometimes survival mode looks like the smiling while you're secretly drowning, functioning while you're exhausted, and just continuing to show up while you're emotionally disconnected. You mentioned feeling like you fail, like if you fail, everything around you would crumble. How heavy was that pressure as a mother of five?
Showing up even when I was running empty.
Mm,
I'm not even going to say half full. Um I'm going to say running empty. That's the kind of pressure that would break you, and then turn around and build you back up. It Cuz I had to, when I wake up in the morning, I had to have that strength.
mm,
I couldn't just say, "Hey, I'm done. I'm done." I couldn't do that. I could
mm.
not. I couldn't.
Wow. And for y'all watching right now, listen, that type of pressure changes women. I'm telling y'all because mothers don't get the luxury of falling apart. And now I understand a lot of what my mom was going through because we still needed her. The bills still needed to get paid. We still needed that love, and life was still moving. And I think a lot of mothers, they secretly wonder who takes care of me when I'm the one that's carrying everybody else. And that's the silent weight that women carry every single day. With that being said, how did you keep going during those seasons where you were raising five children while also caring for your grandmother, my great grandmother, your father, my grandfather, and your uncle?
I just kept one foot in front of the other. I had 16 eyes looking at me.
Mm, wow.
So it's not like I had the opportunity to just turn my back or me look at you guys. Like I said, I had 16 eyes looking at me,
Mm,
and I wasn't going to break.
mm. I'm telling y'all, that's not only just motherhood, but that's sacrifice. And the crazy part is, women that's carrying all of that rarely get celebrated while they're struggling. People only notice after they survive what they went through. Some of the strongest women are the women who had no choice but to keep going. There was a part of your story about standing at the ATM, taking out your entire check before it hit your account. What did those moments teach you about strength and motherhood?
Sacrifice.
Mm,
I was making a way when it didn't even look like a way. It didn't even
mm,
look like sense, but I knew for the next 14 days I had to show up
mm,
mentally, physically, financially. I had to show up.
mm. That's tough because just imagine standing at the ATM trying to beat the bills before they beat you. That's the kind of struggle that people don't post. And I know a lot of moms that are watching this right now know exactly what that feels like. Overdraft fees, scratching money, choosing what bills gets paid first, trying to make miracles happen with almost nothing, and somehow you still find a way to make it happen. There were so many moments where you could have given up. What kept you fighting even when you were tired, broken, and running on empty? Because we saw a lot of those moments.
Giving up would have been surrendering everything that I survived for.
Mm,
I was tired, but I was determined.
wow. Mm. And a lot of women think they're weak when they're really just tired. They're just tired. Um, Losing your grandmother sounded like one of the most hardest moments of your life. How did you find the strength to continue after that loss?
Um, she left specific instructions for me.
Mm,
And I had to fulfill those promises because, as we know, a promise is a promise. And
mm,
I promised her that day in Mount Pleasant at the hospice facility that I would do everything that she asked me to do. And I can truly say, through the hustle and the bustle, I've did it.
mm,
It wasn't always easy, but I did it. I
mm,
made sure my dad was okay until God took him home. I made sure that all of my children got a diploma.
mm,
I made sure that my uncle was okay until God took him home. So I have fulfilled all of her promises.
mm. And I think people underestimate how hard it is to grieve while still having all of those demands from you, because some women never get the time to fully fall apart because the responsibilities won't let them. After years of struggle, you talk about finally starting to believe in yourself. What helped you shift from just surviving to truly living?
I began to slowly heal.
Mm,
I began to realize that peace and happiness was just two of my many birthrights. So I started walking in those things. I started setting boundaries.
mm,
I started saying no, and it was okay to say no. You did not have to explain why you were saying no. Just
mm,
say no. It no, and
mm,
it's okay, because as long as you let people, long as you pour from your cup, you're never gonna get full. You're
mm,
always gonna be half full. I'm not gonna say half empty. I'm gonna say half full.
mm. There's a thing that my grandmother, your mama, told me. Givers don't have any limits and takers don't have any limits either. And that shift that you were able to reach, so many women are still trying to reach that right now. And they don't know how to. But healing starts when you start believing that the struggle is the only life that you deserve. Your story shows that healing didn't happen overnight. What did healing look like for you in real life, outside of, just setting the boundaries? Like, what are some of the things that you did for yourself?
The main thing I did, I chose peace over chaos.
Mm,
I had to realize I couldn't fix everything. I couldn't fix everybody. I couldn't reach everybody. And sometimes in life, in the natural and in the spiritual, you get yourself in trouble because if God have did not assign that person to you, you get yourself in trouble
mm,
because spirits are real. You pick up spirits that you are not strong enough to fight.
mm,
So I chose peace over chaos and I allowed God to restore everything that this world tried to steal.
mm. I heard just now, like, it is not your assignment. Like, I don't know who that is for on this live right now, but it is not your assignment. I need somebody to type that in the comments because that just came to me. And whew, a lot of women think healing is a destination when really it's a decision that you have to make every single day. You can't just say, okay, I'm gonna do it this way today and then go and fall right back into the same
Mhm.
patterns. Looking at your life right now compared to the seasons where you were living in overdrive, still grieving so heavily and just trying to survive, what do you think God was preparing you for through all of that?
In one word, now.
Mm, wow.
My pain was preparation for this time.
Mm,
My wounds, they were all wisdom. They
mm,
turned into wisdom.
mm,
God brought beauty out of a broken place.
wow. And that perspective right there changes everything because sometimes while we're suffering and we're going through, we think that God has abandoned us, and that's not what it
Mm-mm,
is. In
no.
reality, He's building the strength that we need later because you see, some storms weren't sent to destroy you, like you said, they were sent to prepare you for the next level. And I know I feel it, y'all. So many mothers right now are listening. They're still feeling stuck financially, emotionally. What would you say to the mother who feels like her life has passed her by?
This is not the end of your story.
Mm,
Keep pushing, keep striving, and remember, God is still writing your story.
mm. Wow. And I need every mother that's listening right now to hear that part because some of y'all secretly believe that it's too late or you missed your moment or life has passed you by. But hearing this story tonight just proves something that as long as you're still here, God is not finished with you.
Mm-mm.
And through everything that you face, heartbreak, financial struggles, loss, grief, you still say that God kept me. What does that statement mean for you today in this moment?
Um, Whatever didn't kill me made me stronger.
Mm, wow. Mm,
And I'm not going to sit here and say that every day is easy because I still have my days. I mean, that's just the life that we live in. I still have my days. But when I go back to say, I chose peace over chaos, I know when to step back. Even with my children, I could give my opinions, but I'm not going to be forceful with it. And I
mm,
had to learn, that that's their life. They have to choose how they want their life to live because just like everything else, the more that you tell them, don't go this way, curiosity is going to lead them that way. So, I mean, just I'm walking in my season.
mm,
I've raised the kids. I've taken care of the grandmother. I've taken care of the dad. I've taken care of the uncle. I've helped with this one and I've helped with that one. Now it's time for mom to live. And you do not have to feel like you're doing something wrong. Just,
mm,
because if you don't be selfish with yourself, who's going to take care of you? You have to
mm,
take care of self first.
mm. And y'all, listen, she's not just saying that because I'm telling y'all,
Mm.
she's always out of town. Um, She's always out of town, and I'm like, God damn, I need a babysitter right now, you know?
Especially when you prayed for that man that God sent.
Mm,
I remember in the churches, I've had several pastors and prophets to speak over me. Nikki, you're going to get double for your trouble. Okay,
mm,
Nikki, when? Nikki, the kids are not going to be young forever. I promise you, they're going to grow up. Nikki, when?
mm.
Nikki, God is going to send you that man. He's going to give you the desires of your heart. When? I can truly say now. This is my now.
Wow. That's a testimony right there, because when you think about it, there were moments where you should have broke, moments where you should have gave up, moments where life should have took you out, but you're still here. And I think a lot of mothers that are watching tonight needs to realize that God still kept you too. Before we let you go, I just want to say thank you, not just for tonight, but for everything, because a lot of what people see in me started in what I saw in you. You carried us through seasons that we didn't even realize were hard at the time. And now looking back, I understand the sacrifices differently. Me now being a mom of three, I'm proud of you. And I know everybody that's watching you right now is feeling your strength. So, y'all, drop them hearts in the chat for my mama, Yolanda, before we let her off of here. Uh, do you want to let the people know where they can find you on social media?
I am Yolanda Darby. Well, Yolanda Mazik Darby on Facebook. I'm just starting with Instagram only because I'm being nosy and I can't see everything that Jasmine's posting. So I am Miss MZ Darby on Instagram.
Period. Thank you so much. I'll call you because I got something I need you to do after this call.
It
Thank
comes with the
you.
price. It's come with the price. I'm setting boundaries. Comes with the price.
Lord. Thank you. All
Thank you. Thank you.
right. Yo, let me tell y'all something. Whew. I had to hold it together, y'all, because a lot of the things that I was asking my mama, like I'm the oldest of the five. I lived through a lot of those moments with her, and I felt like we grew together. So y'all drop them hearts in the chat for my mama, because it was not hard. I mean, it was not easy getting her on this live. Like, I was like, I need you to be the last mom so people could really know like who my inspiration was, who molded me into the woman that I am today. So before y'all leave, I need y'all to stay with me for a second, because what y'all just heard was, it was not just another story. It was proof. Proof that seasons do not last forever. Proof that survival is not your final destination. Proof that God can still bless broken places. And I need y'all to say this carefully, right? We are 2 days away, okay? Someone type 2 days away in the chat. Over 6,000 mothers have already said yes to themselves, right? And some of y'all are still on the sidelines overthinking, while women who have survived far heavier seasons than yours still found the courage to move. So, what's really stopping you? What's really stopping you? And I also want to explain something, because I know some of y'all think that this is just another challenge. No, This is structure. This is support. This is healing with accountability. You need to be held accountable. VIP is for the mother who knows that, okay, I cannot do another week like this. I cannot. You need accountability. You need support. You need the morning calls. You need direction. And you need the structure so that you stop starting over. And that's really what the problem is. Every 30 days, you're starting over instead of already being in a green. And this is where the consistency starts. And platinum is for the mother who is ready to completely elevate her life mentally, financially, emotionally. This is deeper access, deeper growth, real strategy, real support, and a real transformation. This is where the survival ends and your rebuilding begins. So here's what I need y'all to do. The link is in the comments. Go to mothersitsyourturn.com. Join the challenge. It's a free challenge, y'all. At this point, you do not have any excuses. You do not have any more excuses. Go VIP if you're serious about the change. Go platinum if you're ready to truly rebuild your life. Do not wait until you realize that these people are moving to say, okay, now I want to move. I'm telling you, over 6,000 mothers have already said yes. Do not wait until the room fills up. Before we leave, I want y'all to drop "It's my turn" in the comments if you're done surviving. Because after hearing my mother's story tonight, listen, I need y'all to understand y'all are not weak, y'all are not behind, and your story is not over because through it all, God has kept you too. Click the link in the comments, go ahead and get signed up for the free Mothers It's Your Turn challenge. We kick off on Sunday. Our kickoff call starts on Sunday at 7:30. If you have already signed up, make sure that you're in the WhatsApp group. The link is below in the comments. WhatsApp is the private community where we are sharing these behind the scene things. So make sure that you're in the WhatsApp because I do not want you to miss any part of this experience. And again, I thank y'all so much for tuning in, and I'll see y'all next time.